Every Clash Royale player has seen crazy moments, but some card interactions go beyond crazy. They break rules, defy logic, and make you wonder how this game even works. These are 25 card interactions that should be illegal. Grrr. When the firecracker locks onto a spear goblin, she aims at where the goblin was standing, not where it's actually going. So while she's busy knocking herself backward with that recoil animation, the spear goblin just casually walks forward and completely dodges her shot. The result? She literally shoots at thin air while getting poked to death by a troop that costs less elixir. It's the perfect example of how Clash Royale's mechanics can create these hilarious counters where expensive cards get bullied by cheaper ones. Usually the elixir golem is expected to split in 2 and then 4, being a pain to deal with. But when the Royal Chef Tower troop used to hit the E-golem, it used to disintegrate out of existence, a very cool and niche interaction only some got to experience in the early days. The Evolved Mega Knight has this ridiculous interaction where he knocks back Giant Skeleton closer to your opponent's tower. When your wizard throws a fireball right after this knockback, it travels way further than normal and can actually reach the tower from the bridge. This interaction deals massive surprise damage. Your opponent thinks they're safe, then suddenly their tower is getting blasted by a fireball that traveled across half the arena. However, when you drop an Evo Mortar right at the bridge, and if your opponent panics with a Mega Knight, you're about to witness something hilarious. The Mega Knight just starts bouncing backwards like a pinball, jumping away from the mortar over and over again towards his own tower. This interaction completely flips the game. Suddenly their 7 elixir defensive powerhouse becomes a liability that is actively helping you win. It's honestly one of the most satisfying interactions in the game when you see that Mega Knight just bouncing around helplessly. A lower level log will no longer instantly clear Dart Goblin, Princess, or high level Goblin barrels. A recent nerf to the log reduced its damage, making it less effective against your key log bait cards like Dart Goblin and Goblin Barrel if they are 1 level higher than your log. This has made log bait decks stronger and forced players to invest more resources or use combo spells to fully counter barrels and swarm cards. Dart Goblin benefits from the nerf, surviving more often and dealing annoying chip damage. Goblin Barrel users now get extra hits when facing a lower level log since it can't instantly clear all the goblins. A Bandit can get away with dashing at the same time as Prince because her dash makes her briefly invulnerable. If she times her dash perfectly, she avoids all of the Prince's charge damage, making her a hard counter to the Prince. And the craziest interaction is where only 2% of my viewers have clicked that subscribe button. So if you've been enjoying the content, do subscribe to show support. Yes, I know, I'm doing the thing where, oh my god, only 0% of my viewer base has subscribed to the channel. But no, we do put a lot of work into these videos. Ice Spirit has this insane long jump mechanic where it literally teleports across the map to freeze your troops. This tiny 1 elixir card will snipe your enemy's entire push from halfway across the arena, completely ruining their timing and taking them by surprise. With this interaction, the Ice Spirit has no limits to the distance it can leap. The Golden Knight rework completely changed the interaction with swarm cards. Before the rework, he was basically useless. You could just drop a goblin gang behind him and he'd be stuck with no way to dash forward. Now with the 360-degree dash, the Golden Knight can actually escape bad situations and isn't hard countered by every single swarm card. This update made his ability feel way more smooth and actually threatening. If you time your Mighty Miner's ability perfectly, it destroys the wall breakers and pushes the miner close enough to activate your King Tower. This turns their offensive push into free King Tower activation for you. That is an absolutely insane value trade that completely backfires on them. Normally, both wall breakers will hit the Princess Tower, but if the tower is busy attacking another troop when the wall breakers arrive, it will switch to target them but only manage to hit 1 wall breaker. This happens because the tower focuses on the closest threat and its attack timing can stop the second wall breaker from connecting. So if the tower is already fighting another troop, only 1 wall breaker usually gets through. The wizard's splash damage can completely delete all the lava pups the instant they spawn from a dying lava hound. If you place him correctly and time it right, his fireball hits every single pup at once, turning what should be guaranteed tower damage into absolutely nothing. This interaction makes the wizard feel overpowered against Lava Hound decks. Your opponent just wasted 7 elixir for 0 damage while you got massive value with just 1 card. Mini Pekka is absolutely terrifying because this pancake lover will land massive swings even with literally 1 HP left. The timing on his attack is so perfectly programmed that he'll get that final devastating hit on your tower right before he dies. This creates those clutch moments where you think you've defended perfectly, but then the Mini Pekka delivers one last 600 plus damage hit that completely ruins your day. It's honestly broken how consistent this interaction is. No matter how close you cut it, he's getting that final swing in. When the giant skelly is pulled or grabbed by the vine, it disrupts his usual bomb timing and position. This can delay or reposition its massive death bomb, surprising opponents and giving you a strategic edge by throwing off their expected damage and control. It's a unique trick that can be used to interrupt the giant skeleton's huge explosive impact. Drop skeletons right as Electro Wizard starts his attack animation and watch him get completely shut down. Since Ewiz splits his damage between 2 targets, the skeletons will tank every single hit while your main troops stay completely untouched. It's insane how a 1 elixir common card can make a 4 elixir legendary completely useless. Your opponent just wasted their entire defense because some bony boys absorbed all the zaps. This interaction is absolutely wild. When 2 monks activate their abilities simultaneously and barb barrels roll towards them, both barrels just completely vanish into thin air. What? The barrels get reflected back and forth so fast that they disappear from existence before they can land. It's like they got sent to another dimension. 1 second they're rolling towards the monks, the next second they're gone without dealing any damage whatsoever. When Prince charges straight at an Evo Goblin cage, the cage just grabs him mid-charge and pulls him right inside. His massive charge damage gets completely cancelled and he's stuck getting beaten up in the cage. It's such a hard counter that makes Prince look completely helpless. All that momentum just gets shut down instantly by this evolved building. Golden Knight is immune to damage from other charging or dashing troops, like Prince, Boss Bandit, or Bandit while he's using his own dash ability. During this dash, he becomes invincible for a short time, so attacks from these cards don't connect and his health stays full. When you cast Vine on a Lava Hound, it drags it straight down to the ground level where the Evo Goblin Cage's Brawler can actually grab it. The cage completely locks down the main Lava Hound while the pups still spawn and fly around separately. This interaction basically splits their push in half. The dangerous tank gets neutralized by the cage while you only have to deal with the weaker pups. It's such a specific combo that turns a scary air push into something way more manageable. When 2 bandits dash straight at each other, their abilities just cancel out completely and neither takes damage. They collide mid-dash and both abilities get neutralized. No interaction whatsoever. It's such a weird mechanic where 2 dashing bandits basically waste each other's abilities and accomplish nothing. Both players just burned their dash for 0 value. Ice Spirit tries to support the Prince by jumping ahead to freeze targets, but when Prince hits a Berserker, the Ice Spirit jumps right into the mess and accomplishes absolutely nothing. It doesn't freeze anything or deal damage, just completely wastes itself for 0 value. This interaction happens all the time and it is incredibly frustrating watching your perfectly timed support card just throw itself away. Magic Archer can completely shut down Wallbreaker split between 2 lanes with perfect placement. His arrow pierces straight through and hits both Wallbreakers across different lanes simultaneously. So even when your opponent tries to pressure both sides at once, one Magic Archer actually covers everything. The Snowball evolution is absolutely broken when paired with Fire Spirit because it can let Fire Spirit deal massive tower damage. The evolved Snowball clumps all the enemy troops together and pushes them back, creating the perfect setup for Fire Spirit's explosion to hit the tower and wipe out everything else. This combo is honestly ridiculous. A 1 elixir Fire Spirit shouldn't be able to take down towers, but with Evo Snowball setting it up, it becomes this insane tower killing machine. When you place Fire Spirit perfectly against Goblin Barrel, it blows up right on top of all 3 goblins before they can even touch your tower. This timing completely negates all the Goblin Barrel's damage and saves your tower for just 1 elixir. It's such a clean counter when you nail that placement. Your opponent just wasted 3 elixir while you defended for 1 and took 0 damage. This is one of the weirdest interactions. Bandit becomes completely useless against Evo Valkyrie. The Bandit tries to dash away, but the Evo Valkyrie's tornado just keeps sucking her back in. trapping her in a spin cycle. Instead of being this mobile threat, Bandit gets stuck helplessly spinning around while taking constant damage. It's such a rare matchup that makes the Bandit look absolutely pathetic. She just can't escape no matter how many times she tries to dash away. The Rocket Silo event was absolutely insane and completely changed how the game felt. This 7 elixir building could end matches in just 4 rockets. It would launch itself out of the ground and fire devastating rockets straight at the enemy king tower. But here's where it gets crazy. Monk had this unique interaction where instead of reflecting the rocket like normal, he just absorbed the entire thing without sending it back. The rocket would hit Monk and just disappear completely, making him the perfect counter to what was supposed to be an unstoppable building. It was such a specific interaction that saved so many games during that event. The Super Mini Pekka Pancake Challenge was absolutely broken and felt completely illegal. Imagine a card so overpowered it could one-shot literally any tower troop or tower with a single swing. That's how busted that thing was. But it gets even worse. This pancake boy healed himself and nearby allies every couple of seconds by summoning pancakes whenever it killed something, making it nearly impossible to take down. The only way to counter this nightmare was with swarm cards like Skeleton Army, Goblin Gang, and Guards. Watching this pancake-flipping demon demolish entire pushes and heal back to full health felt like straight-up cheating. Sometimes, when Larry the Skeleton spawns too close to the back of the King Tower, he ends up stuck in that spot and doesn't move across the arena like usual. This interaction has been in the game for years now, and Clash Royale doesn't seem to have an interest in fixing it anymore. It's as if he got caught in a little corner behind the tower and can't find his way out to join the battle. This happens occasionally when the witch summons her skeletons and one just ends up trapped behind the King Tower, unable to participate until the match ends. It's commonly seen in 2v2 matches when the witch is placed in the back. Imagine Pekka with her devastating swings suddenly landing hits on the tower from several tiles away, as if she's wielding a wireless sword with a mind of its own. This strange bug appears when combined with a freeze spell. Even though she's frozen and not physically close, her attack animation still connects, causing damage from a distance. It's like Pekka's sword stretches beyond reality. This unexpected wireless attack turns an ordinary moment into a pretty quirky glitch. This Evo Snowball glitch is completely broken. All the troops just get launched to the opposite side of the arena instead of getting knocked back normally. Your enemy's entire push basically gets teleported across the map and ends up in your corner. It's a weird bug that got fixed before the release but remains cool nonetheless. The prince can potentially maintain his charge momentum and deliver a devastating blow to the Electro Wizard, dealing full charge damage instead of being reset. The interaction becomes even more interesting on defense, where this glitch can help the prince push through what should have been a hard counter to him. Imagine if Doctor Strange saw Thanos coming but decided to take a meditation break instead of using his powers. This legendary wizard literally has all the tools to destroy Sparky. Spawn zap damage and stun damage, meh. He just decides to watch Sparky charge up for a whole 3 seconds while contemplating whether he should do his job. This clip shows Sparky achieving the impossible, surviving both a Princess Tower attack and a direct rocket hit simultaneously. In normal circumstances, a single hit should take it out, but this glitch creates one of the most mind-boggling interactions in Clash Royale history. Instead of taking the expected damage, all the cloned cards somehow tanked attacks like they're just gentle taps. The Royal Chef's pancake lands directly on the clones, making them invincible to everything. But this was again fixed at the immediate maintenance break, which followed the update. If you enjoyed these wild interactions, you'll love uncovering Clash Royale's hidden side. There are 333 secrets buried in the game. But how many do you actually know? Click this video and I'll see you there.